Welcome guys to another episode of Random Stuff. This is a special video because why not? And basically this is just the most unpopular games on Hypixel, and now disclaimer, I'm not trying to say I don't like them. I'm just listing off the ones by player count overall that are the least popular ones. Say Skywars has an average of I don't know how many online at one time. It's 1,000 or something. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I'm gonna be grading them top 5. Number 1 is the least popular. No one plays it at all. Sometimes it has a 0 player count. 5 would be still has a player count, but it doesn't really work like that. So yeah. Anyways, on to number 5. The Walls. Average player count 100 to 30. The Walls takes place on top 5 because it's got the highest player count of all the games on this list, but it also has at times a very low player count. The footage going on right now is from Hypixel's trailer for The Walls. So yeah, basically you have 15 minutes to prepare yourself. It's kind of like UHC except less intense than UHC, and you can find hidden treasures. And it's really old. It's one of the Hypixel's oldest games, so this is one of the reasons why it lost all its popularity, because it's been around so long, so many people have played it, it just kind of got boring. But if you haven't been playing Hypixel for 4 years or something, you could still maybe find some time to play Walls, if it's one of your very memorable games. But it's really old, so it hardly has any players. I was checking today, it only had 54. Which is a very small amount, only coming in next behind. It's right behind Quakecraft or something. It's very old, along with Quakecraft. It's one of Hypixel's oldest games, but it's basically just a game where it's Mega Walls, except you can't. There's no wither, so it's just a one death thing. So yeah, it's just pretty much a PvP game. It's Hypixel's first PvP game, I think, besides their maps. And it's just so old that it lost popularity. It's no longer one of the main games. It's pretty much lost popularity because it's so old. But it's still fun. If you've been around for long enough, you've probably at least played this once or watched another YouTuber play it. There's plenty of videos on YouTube if you want to watch Walls, because those aren't going to get removed unless the owner removes them. But yeah, anyways, that's The Walls, and check it out. But yeah, on to number 4. Quakecraft. Average player count, 85 to 26, something along those lines. Quakecraft is a game that's been around almost as long as The Walls, but yeah. The footage going on right now is some footage that I did on my own just now, playing Quakecraft. But Quakecraft is basically a game inspired by the game Quake. I don't really know what the game Quake is. I think it's some game where it's shooting stuff and whatnot, sort of like Quakecraft, but it's basically a game. It used to have its own lobby, like all the other games on the Classic Games lobby. Which you've probably noticed by now, most of the games, The Walls and Quakecraft, are both in the Classic Games lobby, and so will most of the other games, but that are the most unpopular. But anyways, Quakecraft, it has some buffs like speed boost, rapid fire, which is basically you just rapid fire a lot, and also you just shoot people once. If fireworks, you get some coins, and then you're sent back to the spawn. You got red and blue team are fighting against each other. There's 10 minutes. Whoever gets 100 kills first, or the time goes up, and whoever has the most kills, I think, wins the game. And yeah, there's a top kills leaderboard, and there's 2 modes, solo and teams. The footage right now it's teams, because I don't play solo. I don't think solo has as many players as Quakecraft. I mean teams, because yeah. But Quakecraft it made the list because of the low player count it has at times. And like one time I was at peak time, I was at like like peak time of Hypixel players, and that's when it has like the most, like 60,000 players online at sometimes. It was like I was getting like people were joining like every, I don't know, 50 to 50 seconds to like 5 minutes in the game, and I was like, this is taking forever. Why am I playing this? But in my opinion, Quakecraft's a fairly decent game. Like, I don't like how you can just get one tapped and then you just sent back to spawn. Like, I like that's why I play Sky Wars. So, yeah. Anyways, that's Quakecraft. Moving on to number 3. Paintball. Average player count 70 to 2. Paintball has no footage. I just didn't have time to record it. So, yeah. It's just a Sky Wars game currently right now. So, yeah. Paintball makes the list with very low player counts at times, sometimes going down to like 10 or something. It's very low, and when I do play paintball games, like, I used to be a paintball god. Like, paintball was my first game on Hypixel that I ever actually played. Like, I was actually good at paintball at one time. And ever since then, since like 2014 or whenever it came out, it's been a very low player count. Once it lost its lobby, along with other games, it just kind of went down in popularity so much that I basically just don't play it anymore because there's no one to play with. So, yeah, paintball, it's just like it's one of Hypixel's older games as well. Pretty much all of these are old games because they're just so old that they lost popularity. People have lost interest in these games. And now I'm not saying that they are bad. It's like basically say you've been eating a food for like 4 years. Sometime you're about to get tired of it and then not eat it for a while, and then once you come back to it, it's actually enjoyable, which is probably what's not going to happen to Paintball or any of the games on this list, because they're just so unpopular that I highly doubt that they would ever grow to popularity again, as they once were back in like 2015 or 2014. So yeah, Paintball, it's pretty similar to Quakecraft. It's one-hit kill, except there are more perks. There's different, like, hats and stuff, similar to Quakecraft. It's basically the same thing, except the projectiles have gravity. That's, like, the only difference. And you can also nuke the entire other team and fire 3 and 5 snowballs, at one time. So, Paintball, it's old, and that's pretty much the only reason why I personally think that the game lost popularity. So, yeah, on to number 2. Turbo Kart Racers. Average player count 30 to nothing, basically. I knew you were all expecting Turbo Kart Racers to be on this list because, honestly, have you ever seen Turbo Kart Racers actually have players? I mean, this is number 2. There's something that actually has less players than this. Surprisingly, I know. It's kind of insane. But, Turbo Kart Racers, Hypixel, this is just Black Plasma Studios' trailer for it. So, yeah. Turbo Kart Racers lost popularity. I don't think, like, the Hypixel community really liked that type of game. Like, it doesn't really fit the Minecraft feel. It's like not really Minecraft. This is another reason why Warlords kind of lost popularity as well. I mean, yeah, it's not really one of the games that attracts players. It just lost popularity. And so yeah, it doesn't really feel like you can have Turbo Kart Racers get back to popularity. Not that it ever was in popularity. But yeah, on to number 1. Coming in at number 1, Arena Brawl. Average player 15-ish. It's not even reliable to 0. I have absolutely no footage. I've only played Arena Brawl twice in the whole time that I've ever played Hypixel. And that's kind of insane, because I've actually played every single game at least more than twice. Like, Actually, that's not true about Turbo Kart Racers. Never mind. But anyways, I've not played Arena Brawl in like a year or something, or 2 years actually. And the 2 times that I've actually played it, I've only played it like twice in the whole time, which has been like 4 years. So I have not much knowledge on Arena Brawl besides the fact that you just fight and stab other people for coins, and that there's little crates and stuff, and yeah, that's basically all that there is to it, and you just stab people for coins, sort of like Skywars. There's like abilities that you can do. It's just, I don't have a lot of knowledge on it. Like, I'm just trying to remember from what I played with. Like, that was a long time ago, so what I'm saying is probably totally incorrect. Correct me in the comments down below, because I wanna maybe make another one of these if some more games come out like later in the future. So correct me if I'm wrong on these games, because I am not entirely certain about this information. So yeah, Turbo Kart Racers, I had some information, and I've only played that once, and I still have info on that. But this game, I don't even know why is even it even is still on Hypixel. Like, I get some people still play it, but it has such a low player count, it's insane. I'm like, I was on today and I was like looking at the games, and then I just see Turbo Kart Racers has like a 0 for players. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, what? Wait, I've never seen a game with 0 players. Wait, is this reality? And then I logged on a little bit. I logged on like 5 minutes later. I had 10 players, but still very low count. And I don't really like. Yeah, it's very confusing. I don't really know why it's a thing. It's just like, yeah, it's just unpopular. It doesn't really fit. I get it's like UHC or like the Walls or something. I get the Walls still has players, but yeah, it doesn't really work. But it's just like a dead game on Hypixel. It's a dead game, okay? It's dead. So, anyways, yep, those were the top 5 least popular games on Hypixel. Some honorable mentions are Speed UHC and Crazy Walls. Those games have over 100 players at times, most of the time actually. They're still the lowest player count games that I could find that actually have players. So those are honorable mentions, along with Vampire Z, which almost made the list, but whatever it's called, I forget the original game. The Walls actually was just underneath Vampire Z, so I put Walls instead of Vampire Z. But anyways, yep, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me if you want more, like, of these top 5 Hypixel videos, because, yeah. Anyways, see you next episode, nerds. Peace out. Subscribe.